Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Distance Learning. We are going to start our chapter in math on time. Now, there's two types of time. There's the digital clock, and that's the one that has digits. And there's the analog clock, and that's this one. We're going to learn both of them. But the first thing you need to know is when you're working with time, there is always what we call a colon, or two dots on top of each other. This separates the hour from the minutes. And you always read time just like you read words, from the left to the right. So you would say it's 12:45. The hour from the minutes, and that's what this semicolon is. Now this right here, when it uses digits, is called digital. And that is a digital display. There's lots of clocks that are digital. Now this is an analog clock. This is a little bit trickier, and we're going to be looking at this today in our first lesson. So, the thing that you need to know about analog clocks are there are two arms. Can you zoom into the clock now, Zach? There are two arms, or two hands is what they call them. One is a shorter hand, one is a longer hand. And there are 12 digits all the way around the clock. Those 12 digits stand for the hours. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 digits on a clock, 12 hours on a clock. There's actually 24 hours in a day. So this hand has to go all the way around the clock twice in a day. Now, the way I always tell people how they can tell it's a hour hand is it's short and it points right to the hour. That's how you can tell. It doesn't cover up the hour at all. It's shorter. The minute hand is longer. It doesn't care about the hour, so it covers it up right there. It'll cover up the minutes. It does not care about that hour digit at all. It's just trying to get all the way around the clock. Now, these digits are the hours, but in between each one of those digits on the clock, there are 5 minutes. And you can count right here, there's little dashes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 minutes between each one of these numbers on the clock. And if you were smart, which I know you are, if you wanted to find and see what time it was when that minute hand was down here, how many minutes have gone by, you would skip count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. It's 30 minutes. The way you'd read that is the hour hand first. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. And then you'd go to the minute hand. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. So it would be 10:30. Now, one tricky thing about this analog clock is the hour hand. I want you to really focus on the hour hand right now as we go through it. When it's straight up, we call that o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. We don't say 11:00. It's 11 o'clock. It's the start of a new hour. As we go around, I'm going to go around. I'm going to take the minute hand around, really focus on this hour hand, and tell me what happens. So it's 11:05. It's 11:10. It's 11:15, 11:20, 11:25, 11:30. Now, what did you notice about that hour hand? It moved, didn't it? Now it's not right up on the 11 anymore. It's in between the 11 and the 12. And the reason it's between the 11 and the 12 is that hour is quickly or slowly, however you want to look at it, it is moving towards the next hour. It is moving towards the 12 o'clock hour because that's the hour that's coming up next. So I always say that even though it's in between, It's still that 11 o'clock hour. It's still the digit before's hour, all the way up until it's the next hour. So watch what happens again as we go on. 11:35, 11:40, 11:45. Wow, that hour hand looks like it's almost touching that 12. Do you know why? It's because it's almost 12 o'clock. It's very close, but it's not yet. So it's still the 11 o'clock hour. It's still 11:45. Watch what happens as we get even closer to 12 o'clock. 11:50, 11:55. That's a hard one. It looks like it could be just at 12 o'clock, but it's not. It's still 11:55. And then we have 12 o'clock, the next hour. That's the tricky part about the analog clock. And we will be practicing this all week long. As we look at the first lesson that you have, we are just going to be looking at time to the hour. And here we go. The red hand is the hour hand. Get used to knowing the difference between the hour hand and the minute hand. There's the hour hand is pointing to the 1, so that would be the 1 right there. That's where we put it because that's the hour. Sorry, guys. So we put 1 right here. The minute hand straight up at 12. So that's 0, 0. It's 1 o'clock. The next one, the hour hand's right at the 8. We're going to put the 8 in the hour. And then 12, it's 0, 0. As we write it, it's 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock. I'm sure you guys can finish this page off. And good luck. Enjoy.